This is probably not the most pleasant thing to see right away, but I am going to be canning chili today. And no, it's not the recipe from the book. I just can up a recipe and can it for meat times. So you've been forewarned. This is not a recipe from a Ball canning book or Bernardin canning book. So I've got 3 pounds of ground beef here getting cooked up. And we slide over here. I gotta focus you a little better. We've got a jar of black beans, 1 jar of chili beans, 2 jars of plain navy beans that are just canned up in water. We've got 1 jar of pinto beans. Let me slide this over. 2 jars of kidney beans. 1 jar of, what is this one? This will be whole tomatoes. 2 jars of tomato sauce, if I can find the other one here, there it is. 2 jars of tomato sauce, and 1 can of crushed tomatoes. That's all going in. More beans maybe going in, I'm not sure yet. I make that decision when I see it. Oh, washing jars, the washing station. And over here we've got a pack of mushrooms, 3 onions, some peppers, and some celery. That will be going in this as well. So I'm just going to get all of this stuff chopped up, get the ground beef and ground pork frying up, get that drained and cleaned off because, well, I don't want that extra fat in my chili. And I'm going to go sort out what that noise is because there's a clicking noise in my house, and we'll be back. Okay, so I have all my vegetables cut, so let's get those in there. And you can see I cut things in chunks. Everything's in nice chunks, even the onions in chunks. The peppers, which we'll find in a minute, they're in chunks. Everything is in big chunks. There was a total of 3 peppers from the garden, 2.5 of the grocery store ones, about half a pound, I think, of mushrooms because I didn't use the full container, 3 good sized onions, and I believe that was 8 stalks of celery I put in there. Pretty close to the whole entire bunch. And I've drained the meat, so we got 2 pounds of ground beef and 1 pound of ground pork. I do that just to stretch the ground beef a little bit. Sometimes I'll even put chicken in it, but I had ground pork, so I figured I'd just use that. So let's get that all stirred up. Oh gosh, that alone looks good. Okay. Now let's get our tomatoes in here. No, I didn't really pre-think it. I didn't open jars. Okay, so we got 1 jar of tomato sauce in there. One jar of whole tomatoes in there. And you can see I'm pouring all the juice in because you need it soupy when you're canning it. There goes the other jar of sauce. A little bit left on the jar there. And my jar of crushed tomatoes. Now let's give that a stir, and then I can turn the pot on. Oh yes, because you gotta have it heated through in order to can it. So gosh, that alone looks delicious. Now let's put our kidney beans in. Oh. And they're stuck to the bottom. These kidney beans are a little mushy. These are ones I canned last year, I think. Yeah, 2005. Okay. Now let's get the other jar in here. Now, my kidney beans have spices in them, and so do my pinto beans And I can't remember if my chili beans, I think I left the chili beans plain. The reason I'm saying, the reason I'm saying that is because I might not add any chili spice to this because everything has some chili spice in it. But we will see once that is done, or when it's done and I have everything in here. Oh, isn't that just looking fantastic already? Black beans, get those babies in there. Get the plain navy beans in there. I just personally feel you should always have some just plain Jane navy beans on your shelf. These are great to add to soups without flavor to it. They give it some extra protein, extra fiber, all that good stuff. Then we got our chili beans. And these are very different from kidney beans. I guess other names for the chili bean is red beans, I think it was. I believe that was the other name for it, was red beans. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm sorry, but how fantastic is that? And I probably won't add salt to it because every canned item I just poured in here had salt in it. So it probably will not need salt, but it might. I don't know. I highly doubt it though. Oh, yes. Actually, I may need to add another jar of crushed tomatoes to this just to give it some more liquid to it. I don't know. Actually, let me think here. That's pretty liquidy, but at the same time, that's really chunky. I don't know. Actually, I think it's okay. I think you'll be okay. Because once these vegetables start cooking down a little bit too, they will let off their own juices. So I have that in my favor as well. So, you find a spoon. Let's give this bad boy a taste right now because everything's cooked in here. The meat's cooked. The only thing that isn't cooked is the vegetables. Definitely doesn't need salt. But it could use some more chili powder. Oh, I'm getting low on my chili powder. I'm going to have to make some more again here soon. Okay. You know what, and just to amuse my husband, I'll put some cinnamon in. Not much, because I think cinnamon is one of those flavors that kind of, I don't know. I don't mind it in the chili, but it, you know, I think that is just an acquired taste, the cinnamon in chili. Alright, so let's give that another taste. Clean spoon. That's better. Look at that hint of cinnamon in the background. Chili spice beforehand. Slight bit of acidity. I'm not sure what that'd be from. Ah, that'd be from the lemon juice and the tomatoes. That would be what that's from. Salt is definitely perfect. Oop. You know what? I think it needs just a smidge more heat. Now, I know it's going to heat up once I can it, but I'm going to add just a little hair more. Yes, a little hair more of cayenne pepper to that. I almost lost my spoon. Okay, now I'm gonna go get another spoon and give it a taste. That is much better. A smidge more heat to that. That was exactly what it needed. And when pressure canning this, it's going to kick it up even more. Alright, so I'm going to go and wash jars and get my pressure canner up here. Let this get heated through, because this is probably going to take a good half hour or so to get heated up. And then we'll be back to can this bad boy up. Okay, so the chili has now heated up thoroughly. It's really soupy, which is what you want when you're canning it. So we are just going to, I'm on a very awkward angle for this. Make sure we get a little bit of everything in there. You want to give it 1 inch headspace. Try to make sure I don't get all mushrooms in here. Go. Debubble. We need to debubble. Put that there. I even had my cloth ready this time, guys. It's stepping up. I'm realizing. And I use straight vinegar. I don't dilute it. I just straight up vinegar. Lid it. Where are my rings? Right there. Put our screw band on there. And there we go. I can mine in pints because this is perfect for lunches. My husband loves taking this to work in the wintertime for his lunches. So I can it in pint jars. And it goes for 75 minutes. Now, because I have meat and beans in this, you shouldn't, like if you guys were to use this kind of recipe, don't do it any bigger than pint jars unless you have it really soupy. Like probably for how soupy I have it, I probably could do it in liter jars, but I don't. I just do it in pints. So there's my word of caution. So I'll bring you guys back when we are done canning all of this up and I can tell you how many jars I got from it. And there we go. Got a full canner load of 18 jars of chili, plus extra, which I had a bowl to eat, and then there's some in the fridge as well. So I'll take that 18 jars for the shelf. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.